Hello, true art believers, and welcome to today's live stream. This is Pierson here, and you are watching the number one. I am the number one live art streamer in the world. And today is day 151 of 200 days of drawing, of hopefully even more than that. But that's my goal, to hit 200 days straight of live streams / drawing. Actually, it's just 200 days of drawing, which I so happen to be live streaming, simulcasting right now on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at the same time. Now, before I begin, if you are interested in watching me draw every day and interested in artist interviews, don't forget to subscribe for more, please, and thank you. All right, let's get the drawing started. Cue the music. And welcome, everyone. Welcome. I hope you are doing well today. So we're going to do something a little bit different. I have the setup slightly different in relation to how this desk is situated. For those that have been watching frequently, you know that I am on vacation, or I'm basically just out of town, essentially, which is why I got this glorious red glow right now. It's a glorious red glow, which is basically me saying I'm sunburnt. I got sunburnt. Is it sunburned or sunburnt? All right. So today, as for those that already know, I like to do things simple. I like to keep things simple in this drawing escapade. So I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, just slightly different. Instead of doing the light gray that I've been dealing with lately, I'm going to do like a dark gray. So we're going to have a really dark gray this time. That being said, I'm going to remove that out of the way. So we got the background tone. It's like a dark gray. And the reason why I want to use a dark tone is I've been thinking about having like this ultra contrast going on in my drawings. So we have the dark tone there. And now we're going to draw on top with my outline using a hard round. As soon as I can find it, I'm going to use my mouse. Use this. There we go. Get the mouse. Because otherwise I have to hit the stylus, use a stylus to select my brushes. And since I'm not too savvy with the what would you call it? The drawing tools and Photoshop, and everything's in reverse right now. So like I've moved my entire window to the left side. So instead of me being used to looking the right side, I'm looking at the left side, which is complete 180 for me. So I'm like, where's all the keys here? Okay, so today, just a simple little one. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel here. I'm going to go with a simple cactus. My main concern with these cactuses is just getting them done quickly, especially because it's my birthday. No, it's not my birthday. It's my vacation, or I'm taking some time off, and I don't want to be spending my free time on this. I don't want to be like complaining or anything. It's just you need a little bit of time off, and I've done 151 days of these that straight. So the fact that I'm doing these while I'm on vacation is actually a testament to how serious I am to this endeavor here. So I'm going to do something a little bit different here. We're going to try to use a cast shadow here to kind of get an idea of where this cactus is. Now, I was doing cactuses with mustaches, and I might return to that in a bit, but right now I'm going to just kind of keep it simple for a while, because I was finding out the cactuses was, with adding a mustache, it was adding a good 10, 15, 20 minutes extra, because I was trying to figure out like a way to unify, like create a more systemic, or like a system to draw those what do you call it, mustaches. But anyways, I hope you're doing well today, and I appreciate you that are watching. And so here we go, and we got our outline here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select it, make it slightly larger. I think that's good. I typically like to make my I habitually always make the cactus larger, even if it's a good size. Like this is a good size cactus. I've been noticing that I've been getting larger and larger with the scale of my cactuses, which I'm not quite used to yet. So that's a sign that I am getting accustomed to the frame that I'm drawing in. So that's a sign that I'm getting accustomed to the frame that I'm drawing in. Now I'm not going to put this right here. See, notice that that's really dark. What I want to do is I want to move this manually a little bit because I want the cactus to be like the main totem, the main post, the center post right here. I want it to be close to center, you know. Um, Regardless of whether or not this little sweeping area right here, this little sweeping spot right here, that sweeping spot is making it off center. So I want it more centered. So what I want to do is I want to see if I can look up show. I want to see the rulers. I'm going to do the rulers here. I'm going to put, so this thing is 8.5. Okay. So this is about center. So yeah. So somewhere along the lines of that, that's where I want my center column to be. Let's go and maybe we will. I think that's good. It's kind of in the place where I want it to be. That's what I'll do. We'll just do that. And now we're going to begin by. So I don't want the background on there yet. We're going to begin and do the background shape. Okay. I'm not going to put the background color yet. We're going to do the background shape. Now, this is something I've been thinking about doing. So let's do it. Let's go ahead and kind of pull the trigger on it and see how it turns out. What I wanted to do was like a background shape that is not very high contrast, very low contrast. So kind of dark. And this is going to be something new for me because normally like this is like a, maybe I'll go a little bit more richer than that. We'll do this. There we go. We'll do this. I keep saying, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. There we go. So something that's not super bright. Like this is slightly in the center, slightly right to the center of my color wheel. So it's kind of like it's red, but it's a muted red. And that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to use a muted red, and I'm going to use the contrast teal. It's going to be a muted teal on the bottom. So we're going to do our gradient that way. Okay, I just want to check that was the eraser. Now time to erase. Look at that. And here we go. Something like this. And I might want to, what I might want to do with this is I might want to take this shape and we're going to center it. We're going to make it centered. It feels like it needs to be centered. It's a little bit. Where is it? There we go. So that's where we want it. We want it to be centered like that. And now time for the easy peasy stuff, man. So it'd be like this. It's going to be like this. So we're going to have this dark gray right here. And we're going to have these darker tones. And the thought process is the brighter colors on the cactus is going to make it feel so vivid. And that's what I'm thinking about doing. That's what I've been thinking about doing for a while. And that's how I think it's going to what's going to happen is the contrast in the colors, because they're so different, right? In like just in value tone, it's going to make it feel more vivid. Maybe not this. Maybe do something like this one. It's a little bit more like that. There we go. And we get the eraser. By the way, I've been talking about this, but once I get a like, I know it's like my free time. I'm on vacation, right? I know I'm on vacation. I'm away from home, but I've been planning on doing this. I'm gonna set this up. I got to write this down. Set up an art giveaway soon. So I'm really excited to be setting that up as a way to say thank you for everyone that's subscribed to my YouTube channel. I've hit 114 followers, which is not a big deal. It's not a lot at all. But apparently, it's very hard to get people to. It's very hard to acquire subscriptions and people to watch this type of content. And I know there's a lot of other people that do a lot better drawings and so forth. And I probably just need to sit down and watch what other people are doing so I can maybe improve. Because I'm not like worried about, I'm not against the notion that these could be better. Now, I'm going to probably start promoting, asking more to the viewers, what could I do? What can I do to make this better? What can I do to make the experience a little bit more fun, or more enjoyable, or more interesting? I know that the idea of drawing me drawing a cactus 100 days in a row is not the most thrilling of things, but you will get a kick at the fact that I'm going to be at the end of the you'll be at the end of the day, when all is said and done, I would have drawn 100 cactuses, which in itself is quite an achievement. Um, but yeah, I would love to hear what your thoughts on how I can improve these live streams. I know one thing I've been thinking about is like I need to get some background music. I need that, but I just don't know how to do it yet because I'm using a platform called StreamYard, and I hear OBS is really good, but I don't know. I just haven't fiddled around with it. And StreamYard, I'm the most used to at the moment. And maybe perhaps in the future I'll go to OBS and play around with them because they got more features, I hear. And they're allowed you could put like cool little stuff, you know. I would love to, like, whenever I get like a successful drawing, like bam, I have like a little bam glyph or like GIF pop up or something. Is it GIF or GIF? People get like really, 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 really defensive about that. They're like, it's GIF, dude, or GIF. It's moving like a GIF file. So as you can see, already, woo, that contrast is going to be on fire, dog. It is going to be on fire. I'd like to get back to doing mustaches. Maybe I might do one tomorrow if I'm able to do this earlier. I would like to do this earlier, and if I'm able to do it earlier, I'll have a little bit of free time to do it and add an extra little mustache or like something. I thought about doing cactuses with like party hats or like birthday hats or a pinata or something like it. But I need something that isn't going to be like so new that it's going to slow me down a bit. I know it seems weird to say that. Like, how is this slowing you down? This is really easy stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it is. It's quite easy actually. This is not like challenging me, and that's good. I don't need to be challenged while I'm doing a live stream. Because I typically bomb horribly if that's the case. Like, oh gosh. And that happens all the time. Like, why do you not want to be challenged? Because I'll mess up, dude. I'll mess up. So this is what I want to do is I just do a little dark tone right here. I'm going to make this right here. So just doing a little dark tone right here so I know where like the stem or the cactus branches kind of continue off of. Right? Oops. I'm pressing all kind of wrong buttons here. Oh, what's happening here? Oh no. Oh, there we go. That's not what I wanted, but we got it. There we go. That's what we want. We want that. That's what we want. There we go. And now we're just going to zoom out. So Not cool at like at face value, right? Not cool at face value because you just got the flats. This is like, what is this? This is silly. And you got the boom. That's what I was looking for. You want that? I want that contrast. That's what I was looking for there. So now now that I have this, I have the contrast available. That's what I'm looking for. So we're gonna do a little bit. First thing, I'm gonna have a little sip of water. So we're gonna do a little bit here. So what we're gonna do, we got a layer mask, right? Really simple. It's basically just like it's locking the layer so that whenever you color on it, like whenever you color on it, there you go. It doesn't go past through that layer. Okay, so now we're gonna take this color here and we're gonna do a blue. Yeah, we're gonna do a blue. There we go. And we're going to do use a soft round brush. We're just going to do a gradual fade here. We're just going to do gradual fade from top to bottom. Just kind of using the eyedropper tool to test the color there and just move down the composition. That's what we're doing. We're just moving down the composition like this, up and down. This slowly getting the color, the fade just right. I might want to make the brush a little bit larger so that the fade is a little larger, that like the spread, right, is larger, like this. There you go. Do that again right here. And I think that's good enough. You want to leave that like that. Now we're going to move down and do a little happy shadows. We're going to do some happy shadows here. Talk about happy shadows. I got like a sunburn. I am burnt to a crisp, everyone. I don't know. I just have a thing against wearing sunscreen. I actually feel like I get more like I'll get just as burnt with sunscreen, and I'll also I feel like it'll be worse. Oops, there we go. We don't want that. We do a layer mask right here. There we go. That's what we want. And we're gonna go brighter over here. And I've been just watching, you know, just standard like motivational shows, motivational like podcasts and such, and where you don't want to, when you're doing these things, don't overthink it. You know, you want to start out and just start out by being productive and working and hoping, not hoping, but like each time you do something, it's a little bit better. You know, sometimes it may not be as good. And I'm not talking just about the drawing itself. I'm also talking about like this live stream in particular. Like some days your live stream, the live stream is not as good. You know, things are not as fluid. You're not firing on all cylinders, and sometimes they could be better. I will have to admit they could be better at times. That's where I need outside critiques. Like I don't watch enough live streams from other people to really have like context of what they're talking about. Like, do they talk, and if they talk about anything, is it of any relevance? Is it motivational, or is it making no sense? Are they just talking about their artwork? Or I don't know. I don't have context. And perhaps I need to watch more live streams, and I need to like log that in as like just research. I probably talked about this last time as well, but you know, it is what it is. But I'm but but someone, you know what you do wrong, Pierson, is you say the word but too much. There's way too much but. Like if you could stop, not say the word but, that would make your live streams like, let's say that your live streams four, like a 3 out of 10. If you stop saying the word but, it's going to be like a 3.25 out of 10. Like, oh yeah, you're right. I do say that word too much. Thanks for pointing it out there, buddy. um, but that they did it again. Oh gosh. The main gist of what I learned today is you should not let like feeling that you're going to make a mistake dictate an outcome. You know, like if you're like a writer, let's say if you're a writer, um, what was it like? I was watching a Tim Ferriss video, and he was talking about if you're a writer, just write, a couple bad papers, like pages a day. Those couple bad pages a day are better than no pages a day, right? Just like like for me, it's just do a live stream a day, and that is infinitely better than doing no live streams and no drawings, right? I don't know. I think I might want to make this a little bit, like this area a little bit darker. And then maybe make this brighter. I don't know. So that's some of the things that you need to start. I consider is like, I'd rather have a bunch of bad live streams, and I've done some bad ones. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm envious of all the people that do like those really good live streams. Like, oh my gosh, whoa, how are they doing that? And they're like half my age. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, what are you doing? How are you doing this so good? But then again, I also look at some of the things that's being made out there. I'm like, I don't feel so bad now. There's people that are like they're talking. I can't even form a sentence. That's what I'm saying. Oh gosh, I'm making no sense. All right, so I think I'm actually overdoing it on this. So what I want to do now is I want to do another layer, one more layer, and I want to add a little bit of like flair to this. So we're gonna do like a bright red, on some of these areas here with a new layer here. It's a little bit red here, and then like right here and do a dark teal somewhere right here, right? So something like that, and do a little bit more red here. I want to do something like that, and do something like that, and then maybe even go really red orange on like a corner right here. Why not? And leave it like that. And let's rotate it. No. Let's rotate it like that. Not like that. We're getting out of control. There you go. Let's do that. That's fine. We'll leave it like that. Okay. I spent way too much time on that. I apologize. So I'm excited. I'm excited that I've done 152 days. Is it 152? It's 151. 151. And that includes even on vacation. So I think I've talked about this in perpetuity, in excess, where I'm very just like happy that I've been able just to consistently do these drawings every day, and to set aside time to work on them. And that's like something that's I never would have thought I would have been able to do until now. And it goes that to show that it's like just being persistent really does pay off, and not to worry about what people are thinking about your drawing, what they think about your work. I know that this isn't like the most thrilling of subject matter, and I even know that I even know that like what I'm talking about is hit or miss like 80% of the time. But what was it like Wayne Gretzky, or like Michael Jordan, or like what are those? You miss every shot you don't take, right? Whatever those like simple little they're like motivational like quotes, right? Which is true. If you're not taking any shots, you're not going to get any. You're not going to score. So that's why I'm doing these, because I'm taking my shot every day, for better or worse. It's mostly worse. Oh gosh. It's also good to be a little bit self-deprecating, like where you're just a little bit like teasing yourself about your work. So this is another thing I've been doing. I've been hyper contrasting the tips of my cactuses here. I just feel that it looks kind of cool. I don't know why. I kind of like that appearance with them. So that's what I've been doing, is I've been making these like really deep contrasting tones and so forth. Something like this. There we go. Yep, and there we go. Now time for another layer. I feel like I'm getting redder and redder the more I talk. I can feel my skin just if you ever been sunburned, you feel like you're like warm all over. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm just warm all over, and my body's saying, why'd you do that? Why'd you stand outside for a long period of time? That was not, you shouldn't be doing that, sir. I'm like, shut up, skin. I'm going to stay in the sun anyway. You're very fair skinned, sir. You can't handle that sun. You'll get sunburnt. I'm like, no, you can't make me put sunscreen on. I'm not going to put on a shirt. I am going to get burnt. You will not. I will not acquiesce. I will not turn, was it like, I think acquiesce is the best word for it, but like, I will not turn my other cheek or something like that. So this is fun. We're having fun. Yeah, so I am burnt, and maybe even tomorrow I might come in looking like what's like a strawberry or a cherry. I might come in looking like a cherry or strawberry. Because usually the longer I'm inside, the redder I get. Or the longer you're out of the sun. I don't like, unless it's a severe sunburn, like I like really, really burnt myself, which I should be worried if that was the case. If I get red out in the sun, that's when I should be concerned, because that's when my body's saying, you need to stop this right now. You need to go inside. You need to put a hat and shirt on. If that was the case, if I was getting red as I was outside, I would be very, very concerned, because that's been always a marker of you're going to be incredibly burnt. You might even blister. That doesn't happen often, because I don't typically go outside for long periods of time. Not that I'm a hermit, but I don't just stand out in the sun unless I have a purpose. And if I'm working out in the sun, I'm fully clothed in, like, long sleeve shirt, wearing a hat, all that jazz. And usually when you're working, you're moving around, and that moving around is also it helps to kind of mitigate sunburn, I guess, or mitigate getting direct sun. So like, but I was outside just kind of hanging out, doing my thing. And lo and behold, well, I wasn't surprised that it happened, but I did get burnt. So notice what I did on the pot and on the sand there is I added a little bit of blue on the sand, basically using the complementary color of yellow you know. And that's what I like to do on my drawings, on these specific drawings actually. Is I've been fiddling around with complementary colors. Um, right now, the thing that I'm playing around with now is or been thinking about has been like it's been like, what would you call it? I've been playing around with contrast. So like as the series has gone farther and farther in, as I've done more and more of these, you notice that the shirt that I'm wearing, of one of my first cactus drawings. So this is number 103, right? I was really bright with the contrast. Like it was really bright. Not as much fiddling around with the cactus area. So there's not as much dynamic texture brush manipulation as there is on my newer ones. So there's a lot more dynamic, more clever usage of these of the cactus like shadows and the forms here. And then the contrast is upped. So if you look at my shirt, there's like yellow background, yellow shape. This one has that dark background, a darker tone in the background. So you have two dark shapes, and you have the cactus. While it's getting darker in contrast, like right around here, right? You see I'm getting more darker contrast. It's still the most vivid color out of all of them. What time is it? Oh, it's 32 minutes. I could cut it. I can cut it short. We can cut it short. It's almost done, actually. I think what I might want to do is kind of do a few things that I kind of missed here. Maybe I like this right here. I think I really kind of didn't touch this one right here too much. So I didn't really deal with this cactus that much. I'm going to add a little bit of a what you call like a reflective light on the bottom of the cactus here on this stem. Maybe not that intense. Maybe this intense right here. We're gonna get this color here. No, that's so a little bit of reflective light here happening right here. Something like that. Playing around with this core shadow, and what the core shadow is. So you see these dark areas that have happened on this the sphere here, right here on this arm. The core shadow is basically the darkest spot in that area. And even though I'm working rather abstractly, especially in these cactus drawings, I'm still being mindful of certain drawing elements. So I'm still considering core shadow. I'm still considering light source to some extent. I've been liking, every time I do this sometimes, but I've been liking, what do you think? Do you like it like this, or do you think I should, this is something I've been doing, is leaving them like this as like simplistic shapes. But I also been, from time to time, I would include like the cactuses have those like little ridges on it. So that's what I've been playing around with these as of late. But I don't know if it's necessary. It's getting to the point where I don't think it's super necessary to have those that, like, me implying that there's like these ridges, So I'll play around with it a little bit more, just add a little bit, but I don't really think it's necessary. Like it's not making the drawing significantly better, or at least in my opinion, it's not making it much better anymore. Maybe if I don't know yet. It's something I gotta play around with. Maybe I'll add a little bit. Maybe partially it's, I don't know. There we go. I don't know. I'm very confused on like where I want to go with what's the direction of these cactuses. And that's where I'm at the moment, is like, where do I want to go with them now? because I've kind of done a lot of this this kind of like mode that you've seen me do, that you're seeing right now, is I've kind of done this, and I'm wondering if like, should I keep doing this, and is this the best way, the best like drawing choice or drawing option? And so every time I do these cactuses, there's always a little bit of like back and forth. So I'm going to leave it like this. I think I like it like this. It's getting to the point where I'm kind of like self-doubting, and because I'm self-doubting, I'm just going to kind of back myself away subconsciously, and I'm going to just back away. And by backing away, I'm just going to draw my thorns and call it a day, because I'm having this little bit of doubt kind of picking at me, and I don't like that. So we're going to do, I think we're doing 10 pixels. Yeah, we're doing 10 pixels. What if I do 15? Ooh, I kind of like that. I think I've been doing, the last 30 or 40 of these, I did 10 pixels. I think I'm going to switch it up again, and I think the last one I did 15 pixels. I'm going to continue doing 15 pixels for a while and see how I like that, Now already I know that the thorns are not going to show that well on the background here. So that's something that might be a deal breaker. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another layer real quick in the background. Add another layer. I'm going to test this out. And we're going to go and put press G. And we might need to make the background a little bit more vivid, so that the thorns themselves don't get lost in the drawing. So that's what I'm concerned about, is these thorns being a little bit like, what would you call it? Delete layer 5, add this, where I'm worried that there might be not, because they're dark and the background's dark, I'm worried that the contrast won't be there and people aren't going to see them. And so that's going to be kind of something that I'm going to play around with. So I think I might do like a little bit of a variety of sized ones. So like I have like some large ones and some smaller thorns. And every time I do these thorns, I do them a little bit different. They're not always the same. I changed the scale a bit. I think I did some ones that had white thorns. I didn't like the white thorns. I think they felt weird, even though cactuses do have those like white thorns, the white prongs on them. I like just doing like a darker thorns. Sometimes this reminds me of like adding like stubble to a cactus. I'm adding like a 5 o'clock shadow onto this cactus here. Like, you haven't been using your Gillette shaving cream, sir. You need to use Gillette. You need to go out and you need to go to your local barber, pay the extra $10 and get yourself a nice clean shave, sir. Like, but I like the stubble. You look like you just woke up and you forgot to shave, and you have an interview at 9 o'clock sharp. So you need to shave, sir. I'm getting stiff. So what are your thoughts? What could I do? Like, what could I do to improve these live streams? What am I missing? What are some things that other streamers are doing that are really cool and that I should try to incorporate? I think one thing I've been thinking about doing is setting up my Discord and having a Discord where people give out suggestions of like maybe they send out pictures of cactuses that I should draw, or maybe they like I do like a live art request live stream where I get a bunch of referrals requests on my Discord, and then and then I choose one, and then I do that as a live stream event. So I draw one of the requests that someone sent me. I don't know. I got to figure out how I can do that. So just anything that you could suggest would be, is welcome. I'm not against any of it. And right now I'm getting like a little stiff hand here. Almost done. I just got to finish this arm here. It's gonna. There you go. Get this one right here. It got a little crazy down there. That's fine. All right, so we're almost done. But I do really I dig the contrast. I just got to figure out a way that figure out a good gray. Maybe it's not the gray. Maybe I have to do like a I don't know. I'll come back to it. It's something I'm thinking about it. But I'm gonna stick to doing with a dark background and a more neutral mid-tone color range for the background shapes and color. So you have the background shape, and then you have the cactus in the foreground. All right. I think I'm done. You think so? You think I'd leave it like that? I'm getting like I'm getting a little bit. I think that's done. We're done. We'll zoom out. Voila. That is it. Whoa. Okay, let's do a sign. Assign it. I'm going to sign it real good. And we're going to go to the corner right here. We do the corner, go to the, and we're going to go, we'll do 8 pixels and we go P21. What day? Oh, it's day 151. 151. Wouldn't be rad. What one thing that I wanna like, one goal that would be kind of cool to do is if I were to do this for like a couple years straight, so I can be like, welcome to 1,000 days of drawing. We're on day 983. Almost done. That'd be crazy. Oh my gosh, it'd be years of live streams. $151 out of 200, and then pretty soon it's going to be like 202 out of 365. So if I can get 200 days straight, I'm going to set up. I'm probably going to go to 365. I'm just going to bump. I'm not even going to go to 300. Actually, I might do 300 as a midway point, and then like say, all right, time for 365 days of drawing. That is it, friends. Let me clock out of this right about now. Got to get this camera out of the way. There we go, clocked out. And that is it. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this. I know that it was, I don't know, it was pretty good. I liked the final outcome. I'm getting really good at doing like the same cactus over and over again. Of course, there's certain things now that I look at it, I could have done better, but I wasn't thinking. I'll readdress that later on in the future. I hope you enjoyed the drawing process. Thank you so much. I am the live art streamer, the #1 live art streamer in the world. I got those words all mixed up, and that's why I'm #1, because I'm very humble, and I don't worry about making mistakes. I'm not here to be a perfect live streamer. I'm here to be the #1 live art streamer. That's what I'm here for. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see and you enjoy the banter and enjoy the drawing process, enjoy what I have to say from time to time, please subscribe for more. And comment, for those that do subscribe, there's always the benefit of knowing when I have my art giveaways. So I will be facilitating art giveaways sometime between this week. I got my fingers crossed. I have the time available to do it. I just need to sit down and do it. So you will be notified when I have an art giveaway. All that really is necessary is you to enter, right? I don't really need anything other than you to enter through the link that I provide, et cetera, et cetera. Provide some information so that I can get in contact with you if you get selected and so forth. So those are some things. You're welcome. I appreciate it. So that's one of the benefits of joining and subscribing. I hope you have a wonderful day. I got to get going. It's my vacation, and I probably got to put some aloe on my body if I can find some aloe or at the very least, take a cold shower to cool down or something. And if you see me tomorrow and I'm like redder and I'm like stiff, like this, like I'm like I can't move, like look at my arm. Wait, can you see my arm? It's super red, isn't it? That's super red. So if I'm even redder and like I can't move and my lips look chapped, you'll know what happened. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Pierson out. Cheers.